What's up, everybody? We've got less than 2 months to go until Superman hits theaters, and after the official trailer last week, we've got a new understanding of what Lex is doing in the movie, and on top of that, we might have learned what the two credit scenes are. Let's dive in. I'm gonna get things started here with what Lex is doing in the movie and how he's using Metamorpho not only against Superman, but in his corporate ventures too with LexCorp. Then, once we've covered that, you'll get a spoiler warning, and then we're diving into those credit scenes because boy oh boy, I think they could be a lot of fun. This all stems from the official trailer, and then also a toy leak, which it feels like 90% of today's leaks come from toy companies, but regardless, there was a pack with Superman, Crypto, and the Justice Gang, which is Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific, but the most important character in there is Baby Joey. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Metamorpho in the comics, Baby Joey is his son, Joseph Mason, and obviously the mother of Joseph is Sapphire Stagg, who isn't confirmed to be in this movie, but I've been operating under the belief that Paige Mobley will portray the daughter of Simon Stagg, as we obviously see Stagg Industries in the first trailer here in Superman. But why is Baby Joey important? Well, he got his father's powers, but to a different extent. Where Rex can alter his own body, Baby Joey can alter the properties of other objects, things like turning plastic to gold, which is very intriguing to his grandfather, Simon Stagg. However, and this is where LexCorp comes into play, I think it's going to be Luthor who wants to use Baby Joey's powers here in the movie, and I think we've even seen Lex reacting to said powers being on display right here in this picture. It seems he's got, a Sapphire and Baby Joey locked up in this prison with Metamorpho, and that's how he keeps Rex Mason motivated to keep Superman locked in there too with the kryptonite hand. Just speculating a little bit further on that, I feel like maybe he locks up Sapphire and Baby Joey and he doesn't realize that Baby Joey has his father's powers, even though he kind of looks different, but and looks green in this movie, I guess, but he kind of just he has a pattern in the comics like Metamorpho does. But regardless, I think Lex maybe underestimates that this child has abilities because really his family's the only people who are safe around him. So if he has abilities, and I don't think that this prison we see is a metahuman prison, that's why Metamorpho is in that cell with Superman with the kryptonite hand, because he's acting as the superhuman element to the prison for Superman. But I think Baby Joey is gonna break out, and that's where we see Lex spin the revolver and he's like tweaking out because he's like, uh, there's like a baby crawling in front of me with powers. What am I supposed to do? Now, I don't think we'll see Baby Joey get his powers cured in the movie. I don't think there's room in the story for that part of this side of the story, but I think there's definitely a terrific show in the works over at DC Studios, of course, pending the success of Superman, and that's where we could see this story continued. In fact, I think it would be great world building because Metamorpho goes around the world searching for the Orb of Ra, and I think that's a great way to expand the DCU in just one show. But here, I think the Mason family will be used by Lex, as we see in the trailer, in pursuit to take down the Man of Steel. With that out of the way, it's time to move on to the credit scene, so this is your spoiler warning, because while these are not 100% confirmed to be the two credit scenes that'll be in the final cut of the movie, it is possible that they end up being in the movie because they do pass my smell test. So, if you're getting out of here to avoid spoilers, I thank you for stopping by the channel, and I hope to see you back in the future when we're not talking spoilers. Alright, the first rumored credit scene would seemingly set up the villain of James Gunn's next movie in the DCU, and I don't think it's going to be Superman 2. I think he's writing a world's finest movie right now, and the villain of said movie is going to be Brainiac. Yes, that's right, according to the newest reports, Brainiac is finally coming to live action. For those of you who are newer to watching DC, this is something we've been waiting for on the big screen for some time. They tried doing it back with Christopher Reeve, even Zack Snyder most recently tried doing Brainiac 2, but just to no avail because the movies just never got made, the stories never got to be told. But, and well, I guess Brainiac technically has been in live action, he's been on a couple TV shows, not the best adaptations of Brainiac in my opinion, but I think Gunn would adapt him very well. Then the second credit scene, and this one is more exciting to me because of the potential I see, and it relies less on, setting up the future of the DCU, and more so just on being a fun scene like the shawarma. But the second credit scene is rumored to feature Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan, and it doesn't say how, but I think I know how. In the comics, Guy Gardner is just as much of a smug ass as Nathan Fillion has made him out to be in both the Superman trailer and the Peacemaker Season 2 trailer, but there's one man that he bows down to, Hal Jordan, and everybody knows it. It's one of my favorite parts of the Human Target comic by Tom King, where Chance, who's the Human Target, fakes being Hal Jordan to put Guy Gardner in his place. It's so good. But I think here we'll maybe see Hal come to Earth from Oa, and of course it's the real Hal Jordan. And I think the Green Lantern Chip, which is like an extraterrestrial rodent, but he's pretty much a squirrel, could actually come with him too, because remember, we saw that squirrel on set with David Cornsweet, and what else would one be doing with Superman? But regardless, we could see Guy Gardner getting bitched out by Hal Jordan for becoming, a corporate hero and disrespecting the Corps, and basically be put in a situation of go on suspension, which means give Hal your ring or leave the Corps for good. Everything outside of the characters is just my speculation, though. The only thing these rumors said was that 1. Brainiac is in the first credit scene, and 2. Hal Jordan is in the second, which, to me, I'm a fan of both decisions. I think it's both good world building and a good balance of setup and simple fun. And so that's going to do it for today's video. I appreciate you stopping by the channel, and as always, I want to know how you guys are feeling about these rumors, so let me know what you want to see from Superman down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.